I used to have an irrational fear of catching necrotizing fasciitis, also known as flesh-eating bacteria. I wouldn't go outside without shoes, I wouldn't touch backyard dirt without gloves and a silkwood shower afterwards. I was just paranoid. Eventually I found out there's like a 4 in 1 million chance of that happening, so I started to calm down. Then this movie came out, Lionsgate's highest grossing movie of 2003, and made Eli Roth a horror icon. This is Cabin Fever. No movie that starts with the sound of buzzing flies is going to a good place. Come and listen to my story about a lone hermit. Caught himself a rabbit, just found his doggy split. Then suddenly doggy spewed out some goo, and into his mouth this guy's totally screwed. College students Jeff, Marcy, Karen, Paul, and fifth wheel Bert are going on spring break. They're spending spring break at the titular cabin. First stop, supplies from the general store, which is a great place to buy nothing specific.
Put her there, sport.
Every case of beer comes a free child bite. The guy behind the counter is an interesting fellow.
What's the rifle for?
Oh, that's the.
Whoa, you trying to get me demonetized?
Did that guy just say?
Will you stop saying that? I know I'm bleeping it, but they know what you're saying. We get to the cabin, let the fever begin. While the couples pair off, Bert, played by James DeBello, is left to his own fun, shooting critters and such. He finds Herman in need of help. Well, the next thing you know, Bert shoots him in the knee. Bert just said, "Gross, get away from me! Intensive care is the place you ought to go," so he fires off his gun like a doughy Rambo.
Yo, dipshit, what the fuck, man? Where were you?
Not killing hobos, why do you ask? Later, around the campfire, Eli Roth cameos as a hiker.
Is your dog friendly?
This is Dr. Mambo.
As a doctor, like a physician or a professor?
That's a stupid question. I'm pretty sure his doctorate is honorary.
Yeah, he's a professor. Of being a dog? Ooh, faced!
They send him packing until they find out he's also packing.
I guess I'll go smoke all this weed by myself then.
No, man, that's cool. It's fine.
all right.
I'm pretty sure this was part of the hiring process. Ah, shit, I forgot. I have a movie to direct somewhere. Later, the hobo shows up again, begging for help.
I need a doctor.
Yeah, okay, Oozer. When they don't help, he tries hot wiring their car. I'm sure it's something he picked up living in the woods. Yes, shoot and poke the oozing guy. How is he already carsick? He's not even moving yet. Wait, you missed a spot. There you go. He's unstoppable now. Hit him with the Aquanet. Whoops. Forgot how flammable Aquanet is. Well, that happened. You want ants? That's how you get ants. A little detailing, a little bleach, maybe some fire. The car will be good as new. They're gonna need the wolf. Alright, who didn't do this in the pool as a kid? Look, Mom, I'm a bath bomb. Well, the water's contaminated now. Here, drink some weird tasting water. You'll feel better.
Paul, that guy asked for our help. We lit him on fire.
I don't know why that line just cracks me up. I should finish all my sentences that way. Tastes like smoked ham. Jeff and Bert go looking for a mechanic to fix their bloodmobile. Did they make another Rocky sequel already?
Some goddamn animal's been running around here infecting everything!
Not me. I always wear a condom. Heyo! This lady could be helpful. That is, if they hadn't murdered her cousin.
Did you say you hit him with a bat?
No.
Or, what did your friend say?
We lit him on fire.
Party Deputy Winston is on the scene.
Alright, I'm gonna make a report.
Well, I feel better already.
What are you talking about leaving for? You gotta stay and party.
Bad news, he also peed on the brake pedal. Dr. Mambo returns, but he seems to be missing something.
So where's Grim?
I'll tell you where he is. He's out there rotting.
Bert tries fixing the car himself. I'm glad this is why they brought him, and not to be the fifth wheel in that weird orgy they had planned. Paul tries to wake up Karen for a little bouncy, but I think he needs to trim his nails. Well, time to boil this hand. They lock up Karen in the tool shed because who wants to listen to this all night? The next day, the truck is once again running, but Bert is not doing too hot. Damn it, Karen, we just cleaned this. Jeff takes some beer and bails. Marcy and Paul comfort each other. I mean, they really comfort each other. Why bother with condoms when you have Listerine? How do you make it gargle? Anyone else picturing his junk swishing the Listerine?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Bert tries to get help from the store, but all they have are more child bites. Where did the kung fu come into play? What's going on here? But now he's got a posse after him for being sick and oh so biteable. And he's actually a lousy mechanic and the truck dies. Paul finds our missing hermit slowly dissolving in their drinking water. First things first, poke him with a stick. Whatever you do, do not fall in the water. You're not listening. Ew, my mouth is open. Now it's in my ears. Something just went up my anus. Well, you know how the problem is in the water. Marcy takes a bath. In water. You want some disgusting ASMR? Ugh, she sounds crunchy. The secret to baby smooth skin? Tear it all off and start over. Marcy discovers she's making her own gravy and panics. And runs into Dr. Mambo. Paul is too late for a second date and finds Marcy lying here. And over there. And a little bit over there. Dr. Mambo's been busy. Pull up a chair, man. This one's still moving. After killing Dr. Mambo, R.I.P. doggy, Paul tries to get Karen out of there. She's so happy to see him. Look at that smile. Just grinning ear to ear. I get it, it's a mercy kill. But considering the situation, maybe a method not so slattery?
Bert, I'm coming for you, man.
The posse catch up to Bert, but Paul takes out the rest. Screw you! While looking for Jeff, Paul finds Grim looking, well, grim. Cut! Get it? I'm the director and I'm cut in half. I kill me! Underage drinking? Someone should call the cops. On it. Party fouls. Start a fight. Eat our only harmonica. Start hurling on the guests. And hit a cop. You know, I don't know if this was a fail or the best party ever. Paul winds up in a hospital, but I don't think they have his best interests. See? Jeff, who's been living on nothing but beer, emerges as the last survivor. For a few seconds. They're just gonna collect all the bodies, burn them, and pretend this never happened. Gotta protect this thriving tourist industry somehow. It's not the end just yet. You see, the water is still contaminated. You're invited back again for some tainted lemonade, but don't count on them for a medical aid. Y'all come back now, you hear? Oh god, is this paying off? Do I need to censor more stuff?
Oh, here you go, all polished and everything. Isn't that a beauty?
Yeah, well, man.
Hi, man. How are you?
What you doing?
I didn't see that coming. That was actually pretty funny. Apparently, this tiny little store bottles its water and sells it around. Can't have Nestle have all the fun, can we? That was Cabin Fever. This is where Eli Roth got started. What do these movies have in common? Hostel? Torture. Green Inferno? Torture. Death Wish? Torture. House with a Clock on its Walls? Torture. To sit through. Our partiers are ready-made victims, but instead of a knife-wielding maniac, they're stalked by bacteria and crazy locals. Bert has the most character, but unfortunately, that character is also an immature man-child.
I'm melting, I'm burning!
Actually, I'm not a fan of any of the characters here. There's no shortage of oddballs. Deputy Party Man, American History X, and this weird biting kid. They're like players in skits or components of a joke. Do you buy this guy as a cop? I sure don't. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke in itself. It's got violence, gore, sex, humor, young protagonists, kung fu. What could go wrong? It's called a horror comedy, but the tone is really uneven. It's dramatic 1 second and it tries to throw in a comic beat that falls flat. Bert is obviously meant to be the comic relief, but he's also the heavy character. Pick a lane, dude. What's with the martial arts out of the blue? I can't let that go. I know it paid off in the end, but it didn't really add anything to the movie itself.
Oof-faced!
So the comedy isn't up to code. What about the horror? Some of the visuals are off-putting and gross. They try to pull tension by making us wonder if they're gonna have a glass of water. Most disease-based movies are focused on finding the cure or evading the zombies. The deaths are usually beside the point. Cabin Fever, the deaths are the point. Some of the gore is really wince-inducing. But even when obscured, the idea itself is the stuff of nightmares. Where did her lips go? Ugh. Cabin Fever is 2 Bs. Cabin Fever is so over-the-top insane, it kind of dulls the whole experience. If it was a bit more subtle, trimmed the comedic element a bit, it might become more than a cult favorite. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles! And special thanks to my patrons. You guys rock!